Welcome back to OTR. There's no room for a maypole and no room for a Mayday call. Both of you, I'm telling you right now. But we've gathered just at the same time, the first roundtable of the month. And joining us this morning are Democratic political analyst Marianne Marsh, Republican political analyst Andrew Lilling, who made quite a name for himself while serving as U.S. Attorney in Boston. Let me ask you guys, Elizabeth Warren just sat here, and we didn't get to the question with her. But is there another presidential run in her future, Marianne?
You know, like life, politics is all about having options, and no one has more options than Elizabeth Warren. The fact is, she could come out of 2022 and if Democrats prevail, she was right. She helped them. If they were wrong, I told you so. She runs for re-election here in Massachusetts as senator. She wins hands down. And if things change, if Biden doesn't run, you look at the field, she could absolutely run.
But to that point, Andrew, she said to Jen and me that Biden's going to run again. So I mean, then you do the math at the age of her, and you know, maybe no. But what do you think?
I'm not convinced that Biden's going to run again. I think Warren will think hard about running for national office again. She's got a national profile. She has a distinct brand. I don't think Bernie Sanders is going to be in that lane much longer. I think she has a real opportunity. And again, I'm not convinced that in 24 you will see Biden running for a second term. I think it's a tough cycle for the Democrats. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
Meanwhile, off the Massachusetts ballot, former U.S. Senator Scott Brown apparently wants another go at Warren indirectly. Brown is chairing a coalition to stop Congress over, quote, over-regulating big tech, Warren's favorite political punching bag. You heard her this morning. So who's going to win this round, do you think, Andrew?
Warren's going to win this round. I think you're seeing one of these rare times when the left and the right coalesce on a certain policy issue. So the left is getting impatient with big tech because of anti-competitiveness concerns and other things. The right is impatient with big tech, especially social media, because of censorship concerns. We're living in a time where these companies essentially control the public square, but they are not the government. They're private entities, and they're essentially unregulated. I think Warren's exactly right that that's going to result in the government finding some way to rein in these entities.
Do you agree with him, Marianne?
I actually do on this one. I mean, the fact is, in the first and only matchup between Elizabeth Warren and Scott Brown, Elizabeth Warren won by 238,298 votes, and then she went on to get reelected. And if you want to know how tough Elizabeth Warren is, ask Scott Brown, but ask Elon Musk, too.
Next item, eating in the North End. The tables are back out on the street as of today, May 1st. Close to 90% of the North End restaurants who got outdoor dining permits last year did pay the $7,500 to renew their permits this year. This after that moaning and groaning and shouting and schwitzing and sassing and yelling at the new mayor at public events. All that mishigas, and they paid it. Schwitzing is I'm hot. I don't know. That doesn't fit, but it came out. Yeah. Marianne, what, really? What, really?
Win, win, win for Michelle Wu across the board. She stood up for the residents in the North End, and they appreciated that. She showed the restaurateurs who were doing all the things in schwitzing, too, that you said, that they weren't going to get their way because they were protesting, pounding, and screaming and everything. And then she got all the changes she wanted in the North End, and they paid for it. Win, win, win.
Yeah, I mean, outside dining in the North End is hugely popular. You get the sense that the restaurant owners were kind of playing chicken with Mayor Wu, and that didn't go so well.
Yeah, who won, right?
So, don't do that.
Yeah, that's a point for Michelle
They'll have to
Wu.
rethink it before they decide to raise that argument next year.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, let's turn to education. The state raised MCAS scores needed to graduate from high school. The current 8th graders would be subjected to these higher thresholds. In light of the loss of learning during the pandemic, especially for lower income neighborhoods, is this necessary, and is it smart to do it right now, Andrew?
I think it is smart to do it now. I think the country as a whole has completely lost its way on the level of academic rigor that should be in our schools, especially compared to other industrialized countries. But here's the key. You can raise the standards for these exams, but you have to properly support the schools and the teachers. You have to resource them. You have to provide training. If you want the students to meet these goals, you have to enable the teachers to enable the students to meet these goals. And so I think this is a serious and long-term problem. And this fight about MCAS standards, I think, is just a symptom of it.
Marianne?
I think it's especially important coming out of COVID that we use the MCAS not to punish anybody, but to determine where they are in their loss of learning, and then provide a program, a remedial program, tutoring, something to help those 8th graders be where they needed to be on all they missed. Because if you don't do that, there's a compounding effect against them, not only in education, but for the rest of their future. So give kids the tools they need, and this is a good time to see where everyone stands.
Next item, former state senator Dianne Wilkerson is officially back. She is running for her old Senate seat, despite serving time for accepting bribes. She pled guilty. She still insists that it was a consulting fee. It was not a bribe. Marianne, remember she famously, there's a picture of her stuffing money in her bra. Marianne, any predictions on what will happen in a now four-way Democratic primary?
Well, in a four-way Democratic primary, you don't need a lot of votes, and obviously Diane Wilkerson and Minyard Culpepper have a lot of name recognition. However, the times have changed, and we've seen much younger faces being elected in the city of Boston, in the legislature, and elsewhere, and that's where you look at state representatives Liz Miranda and Nika Elaguda. That I think that race is between the two of them, not between Wilkerson and Minyard Culpepper.
Andrew?
Well, I mean, I could address whether Wilkerson's criminal record will matter. I don't think it will. Should it matter? Yes. I think she has not one but 2 federal convictions at this point. I should say to her benefit, she's done a lot of good since she has been out. She's been in the public realm. She's been working with the communities, and that's all great. So I don't think it'll matter for her odds in the primary. And then we'll just have to see.
Interesting. And coming from a prosecutor, too. The former prosecutor, sorry.
Duly noted.
We can. Very good. I like the court lingo. It's very good. We'll be right back.